All right, Shalom. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth, and double salutations to our Yuakim out there laboring, the house of David, the elect, that's pushing his word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers, and shalom to the elect. I'm back with another quick lesson through the Holy Spirit, the Rakakwadash. And I was reading some commentary here on the book of Ezekiel, chapter 28, which prophesies of the downfall of the king of Tyre, or the king of Tyrus, which is spiritually connected to Esau, Edom, Babylon, America. And I wanted to make a couple points on that, and Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. All right. Now, before I get into this commentary, I just want to highlight this header here, which says, against Satan, king of Tyre. All right. So this is definitely connected to Esau, man. And we're going to make that point. So let's read a couple of verses here. All right. The header, it reads, it says, Tyre's king overthrown. And this is what's going to happen to Esau. So this is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 28, in verse 1. And it reads, the word of the Lord, Yahweh Shai, came again unto me, saying, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, thus saith the Lord power, Yahweh Shai, because thy heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a God. I sit in the seat of God in the midst of the seas. Yet thou art a man and not God, though thou set thy heart as the heart of God. You know, and just as the king of Tyrus, or the prince of Tyrus, you know, his heart became lifted up. He became proud through the abundance of his resources and wealth, just like Esau, right? This is Obadiah 1 and 3. And it reads, it says, the pride of thy heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, all right, you Edomites, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, in his mind, who shall bring me down to the ground? And that's the mindset of the Edomite, all right, that he'll never be removed from power, that he's going to be in authority forever. Verse 4 says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shai. Exactly. All right. The prince of Tyrus, the king of Tyrus, is going to be overthrown. All right. Which will be Esau today. All right. Make another point. This is in James, the 5th chapter. All right. Misuse of riches. Right. James 5 and 1. It says, go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Right. So this is directed to the elites of this world. All right. The kings of the earth, the bankers, the people who control the world, the resources, the money. You know, go to now, ye rich men, and weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. You have heaped treasure together for the last days. You see that? So he's not going to be able to take none of his none of these resources and money with him. All right. We're in a time of what? Of his destruction. All right. He's about to be overthrown by Yahweh Shai. All right. This is why we're in a time of World War III. Okay. The wicked being revealed, being exposed. He's being called out. Okay. His empire is falling. All right. So going back, let's read this again. Ezekiel 28 verse 2. It says, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, thus saith the Lord power, Yahweh Shai, because thy heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a God. I sit in the seat of God, in the midst of the seas. Yet thou art a man and not God, though thou set thy heart as the heart of the Most High. See? It says, matter of fact, let me get a quick precept. All right. This is how you know this is spiritually tied to Esau. All right. This is Isaiah. This is Isaiah 14. And we'll start at 12. Matter of fact, we'll start up some more. Okay. Because this is what's happening via prophecy right now. This is Isaiah 14:9. It says, hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming, right? His destruction. It says, it stirreth up the dead for thee, the dead representing the heathen nations that are rising up and coming against Babylon right now, that are coming against Edom. It stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It have raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. All right, this is happening right now. This is why we're at the brink of World War III, nuclear destruction. It says, all they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? And so these nations, they see that America's strength is dwindled, is weak. All right. As we went into the lessons, nobody wants to join the military. All right. Pretty much, all the branches of the military are finished, man. Nobody's enlisting. All right. So pretty much, that's a sign of of a declining kingdom. All right. And these nations see that. All right. It says thy pomp is brought down to the grave. Right. The pomp going back to the pride. And the noise of thy vowels, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. Right. Going into pretty much how Yahweh Shem Shai is decomposing this society. He's going to spread that corrosion over this man's enterprise. He's not going to fully, dwell in his so-called, New World Order or whatnot. All right. And we see the state of America is falling apart. It's decaying from within. Verse 12, it says, how art thou fallen from heaven? All right. Going back to what? Heaven meaning basically power, man. Esau is in his heaven, but now he's fallen. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning, right? And this is speaking about who? The king of Babylon, all right? That word Lucifer, right? It says of the king of Babylon and Satan. See? Describing the king of Babylon, man. So today, the king of Babylon would be the Edomite, all right? Like I said, against Satan, king of Tyrus, it's all tied together, man. We're witnessing the fall of Esau. All right. He's fallen from power. He's fallen from his glory, man. Right. Isaiah 14:12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didn't weaken the nations? Right. The point, verse 13, it says, for thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. The stars of God represent the 12 tribes. All right. It says, I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north, and over here in North America is where Esau is still ruling over the tribes, over Jake. We're still in slavery under this devil. It says, verse 14, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. And we're seeing that right now via his technological advancements, man, his science. All right. His pseudoscience where he's pushing, his science over the Most High. All right. He set himself up in his heart and his mind that he is the Most High. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. All right. Because the Lord is going to bring him down to destruction, man. It says, last verse, it says, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man? Is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? Right. So right now, as we're seeing, all the fingers are being pointed at Esau. All right. He's being recognized as the source of all the problems that are going on in the planet Earth. So this is happening on a level right now. How much more when he's destroyed? All right. So let's go back. So this is Ezekiel chapter 28 and verse 3. It says, behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. Right. Because Esau, he searches things out. He searches. He explores everything, man. And like I made mention of, through his abundance of riches, resources, his wealth. You see what I'm saying? You know, he was able to increase his technology, his achievements, his scientific advances, and is at the point now where he literally thinks that he is the Most High. You see that? It says, verse 4, with thy wisdom and with thy understanding thou hast gotten thee riches, and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasures. You see that? Now, let's go back to the commentary real quick, and we'll read on some more, right? But it was some good points in here I just wanted to take from it. So we were reading the verses here. Let's jump down. All right, because it says here, the header against Satan, king of Tyre. All right, the lamentation for the prince of Tyre. All right, the sins of the prince of Tyre. So it has here in these points, it says, the word of the Lord came to me again. This continues a series of prophecies Ezekiel made against Tyre, the great commercial harbor city of the Phoenicians north of Israel, right? Because as this particular region, all right, was known for, commerce and international trade amongst the Mediterranean Sea, right? When you look into some of the history. All right, it says, say to the prince of Tyre, the prophecies of Ezekiel 26 and 27 focus on Tyre as a city. And it says, now Ezekiel will speak against the leader of the city, both in the sense of one man, the prince of Tyre, and a representation of the leadership of the city. Let's read a little bit more. It says, Ezekiel may have had a specific prince of Tyre in mind. According to Phoenician annals, the king of this time was Ithabal II, called Ithabalus II by Josephus. The prophecy has been dated shortly before the siege of Tyre by Nebuchadnezzar, 585 to 573 BC, during the reign of Ethabal II. Excuse me. It says, because your heart is lifted up. The fundamental sin of the prince of Tyre was pride. He said of himself, I am God, and gloried in his position of greatness in the midst of the seas. This was true of both the city and the ruler. All right. And what is Esau doing right now? He's glorifying himself. He's setting himself up as God. All right. It says Tyre regarded herself as all powerful, superhuman, and virtually eternal. She was possessed of wealth and wisdom above all other cities, and this led to the incredible arrogance which Tyre was notorious, right? Going back, matter of fact, let's make a point on that. Once again, showing you the parallels between the king of Tyre and Esau, right? The connection. Okay, WEF declare, we are gods. If you stand in our way, you will die. All right, he's boasting himself once again. All right, the same spirit, man. All right, this is spiritually connected to Esau, Edom. See, you know, God is what do they say? God is fake news. We don't need to rely on the Lord anymore. You know, we have a greater technology that can take down the Lord. You know, we can make it rain if we want to. We can produce our own food if a famine comes, you know. So this man is touting himself throughout the planet Earth that now he's God. You know, that the Bible is non-existent. He said that so-called, you know, Jesus Christ was fake news, you know. You know, these devils just been saying all types of shit. You know, it says, let's read this again. It says the World Economic Forum insider has declared the globalist elite are going to become gods. If you interfere with this process, there will be big trouble. According to the globalists, the only way to stop them becoming gods is to kill them. And before you manage to do that, they will kill you. All right. The pride of these devils, man. It says, this is the most direct and bloodthirsty warning from the WEF to date, and it leaves no room for the mainstream media and their fact checkers to dissemble the facts and muddy the waters. There is no room for debate. The globalist elite have messiah complexes, and they are hell-bent on playing God. See? According to the WEF, to the WEF, a new one world religion has arrived and it unites all of humanity in worshiping at the altar of climate science and techno-communism and eugenics. You see that? So this is going back to what I said earlier, you know. Right now he's uplifting and he's touting his pseudoscience, man, over the Most High. He's put himself in the position as God. It says, and we'll come back to that. So let's go back to the scriptures here. All right, just tying it all together. Okay, or the commentary. It says, yet you are a man and not a God. The prince of Tyre had a high opinion of himself, but God knew who he was. He was no God, merely a man. In his pride, he thought himself as wiser than Daniel and wealthy beyond need, gathered gold and silver into your treasures, right? Because he's the one that has the access and control to all of the world's resources, man, the money. All right. So like I said, he's wealthy beyond need. This is Esau, man. All right. The scriptures say they have more. Matter of fact, let me get that. They have more than a heart could wish. Right. Psalm 73. Right. This is Psalm 73 and verse. Let's start at verse 3. Psalm 73, verse 3, it says, for I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. Right. Esau's strength is firm. He's in power. Right. It says, they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore, pride compasseth them about as a chain, as we're reading here. Therefore, pride compasseth them about as a chain. Violence covereth them as a garment, man, because this man, these devils are ready to enslave humanity under a technocracy, man. All right, under his so-called pseudoscience, man. Climate change. All right, carbon emission. AI. Okay. It says their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than a heart could wish, right? Because he has everything, man. Job 9:24, the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. All right, this is the Edomite. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak lawfully, as we read in this article here on how Esau has touted himself as God. We're gods now. Okay, if you stand in our way, you'll be put to death. All right, there's no stopping this man from fulfilling his new economic order. At least what he thinks in his mind. See? Let's go back and read some more. All right, it says, you are a man, the king may imagine himself enthroned among the gods, but God sees reality for what it is, not what egomaniacs perceive it to be. All right, because he's delusional, as we read in Obadiah, the pride of thy heart hath deceived thee. It says, even in his own day, Daniel was famous for his wisdom and God-given insight. This arrogant claim further exposed the pride of the prince of Tyre. Yeah, which going back to Esau. You see, it says the example of Daniel is also meaningful because Daniel was a classic example of a man whose head was not turned by his success. It says your heart is lifted up because of your riches. The great wealth of the prince of Tyre made him feel proud and invincible. See? Same thing with Esau. He was smart in business. By your great wisdom and trade, you have increased your riches. But his heart was lifted so high, he thought himself as a god, you see? But as we're going to read here, right? Let's go back to the scripture. The Lord is about to turn all of this on his head. Right? So I thought, just, a couple of those parts of that commentary was real heavy as we see what's playing out on the earth now. All right. So it says, Ezekiel 28:5, it says, by thy great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches, and thy heart is lifted up because of thy riches. Right. And really his great wisdom, really going back to his left hand. All right, because scriptures do tell us that the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, but through that left hand, he's able to increase his riches, man. All through his scientific advancements, man, his technology, right? Here's another example, right? This came out January 28th, a couple of days ago. AmericasFirstReport.com. It says, "Here comes the cyborgs mating AI with human brain cells." All right, this devil is a madman. All right, it says if you read and believe headlines, it seems scientists are very close to being able to merge human brains with AI. See? This is his vision of the future. This is his enterprise, man. Merging man with machine, rewriting man in his image. You see? And he's become proud, you know? It says scientists are trying to inject human brain tissue into artificial networks because AI isn't working quite as well as we have been led to think. AI uses a horrendous amount of energy to do its kind of parallel processing, while the human brain uses a light bulb's worth of power to perform similar feats. So AI designers are looking to cannibalize some parts from humans to make artificial networks work as efficiently as human brains. But let's put the fact of AI shortcoming aside for the moment and examine this new cyborg innovation, right? So this devil literally thinks that he is the Most High, man. Just to make that point. All right. So like I said, the prince of Tyrus, the king of Tyrus, is spiritually connected to Esau, man. And the scriptures say that he would come with the working of Satan. Right? This is 2 Thessalonians 2:3. It says, "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there coming a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition." All right. Perdition going back to doom and destruction. And that's Esau, Edom, so-called white man, who opposed and exalted himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped, so that he as the Most High sitteth in the temple of the Most High. And what is he trying to do? He's trying to put this MOTB, this nanotech inside of the body, right? To defile your temple. Because remember, the temple now is what? The believers. All right, the body. So it says, so that he as the Most High sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High. Right? He's put himself up as God. "Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things, and now you know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. And now we're in the time of the wicked being completely revealed. For the mystery of iniquity doeth already work, only he who now letteth will let it until he be taken out of the way." So these things have to come to pass, man. All right. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is allowing Esau to bring forth these things for the sake of prophecy. All right. To fulfill prophecy on the left-hand side. All right. Verse 8, "And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua shall consume with the spirit of his mouth." All right. Going back to the prophets of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua that are exposing this devil. All right. That are casting this kingdom down. All right. The scripture said that in Obadiah, right? Obadiah 1:21. And it reads, it says, "And saviors shall come up on Mount Zion," the saviors of the prophets, "to judge the mount of Esau," to judge the government. All right. The kingdom of Esau. And that's what's going on. All right. His kingdom is being cast down through the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua by the prophets. "To judge the mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua." See? It's going back here. Right. So it says, 2 Thessalonians 2:8, it says, "And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming," when Yahushua comes back with the host of heaven. Verse 9, it says, "Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders," man. So we see that now. All right. You know, Elon Musk, Neuralink, you know, they're finally beginning to implant humans with the MOTB, right? The lying wonders, you know, they have the ability to heal people that can't walk. that can't talk, that can't see, those lying wonders, miracles. So he's coming with the full force of the left-hand side, man. And he's going to deceive many through that. Right? It says, verse 10, and with all deceivableness and of unrighteousness in them that perish because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. For this cause, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai shall send them strong delusion that they should believe a lie. All right. So a lot of people are going to fall victim to this snare, this technology that he's coming with, man. You see? That they all might be damned who believed not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. All right. The point. So anyway, let's go back. See if there's a little bit more I want to read. All right. So back in Ezekiel 28, verse 6, it says, therefore, thus saith the Lord power, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, because thou hast set thy heart as the heart of the Most High. Behold, therefore I will bring strangers upon thee, the terrible of the nations, and they shall draw their swords against the beauty of thy wisdom, and they shall defile thy brightness. And this was going to happen via World War III. This is why the Lord has put the spirit on these nations to rise up against Esau, Edom, to prepare for battle. World War III. All right. So we're witnessing the, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai bring this together now. Verse 8, it says, they shall bring thee down to the pit, and thou shalt die the deaths of them that are slain in the midst of the seas. Verse 9, wilt thou yet say before him that slayeth thee, am I a God? But thou shalt be a man and no God in the hand of him that slayeth thee. So Esau is going to find out in that day, which is soon to come, that you're not a God, but you're just nothing but a mere mortal man. Right? And really it's Yahweh Hashem Yahushai that set this devil up in power, right? Just to take him down. All right, let me get that. All right. This is Romans 9 and 17. It says, for the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. Right. So Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is responsible for raising up this modern day Pharaoh, which is the Edomite, just to show him who's really the true God. You see? But once again, through the pride of his heart, he's been deceived. He's under a strong delusion. Right? Let's go back to the commentary. Let's see. So it says, it says significantly, God did not condemn the prince of Tyrus for the possession of riches, but for how those riches corrupted him. Significantly, the prophet castigates him neither for his shrewdness nor for his amassed wealth. Neither brilliance nor riches is reprehensible. The problem arises in his response. The wisdom that had brought him his wealth led to hubris. It was an inordinate pride that provoked Yahweh Hashem Yahushai's ire, right? His judgment. Okay. It says, behold, therefore I will bring strangers against you. Having lifted his heart as the heart of God, the prince of Tyrus could expect judgment soon. It would come from the most terrible of nations, and they would destroy the beauty and splendor of Tyrus. And that's what's going to happen to America, Babylon. All right. The Lord has lifted up these nations to come against her. All right. To defile, his brightness, his wisdom. The Lord is going to put out the candlestick of the wicked, if you will, man. Right. So that's pretty much the point, man. I thought that was some good, gems out of that commentary. Let's see if there's any more I want to get out of here. Bear with me. Verse 17, it says, thy heart was lifted up because of thy beauty. Thou hast corrupted thy wisdom by the reason of thy brightness. I will cast thee to the ground. And it says, I will lay thee before kings that they may behold thee. So the whole world is going to witness the destruction of Babylon, man, of Esau. You know, the Lord's about to bring this devil down, man. All right. So that's pretty much the point, you know. Pray this quick lesson was edifying. We give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash, and Shalom to the next one. Shalom.